Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome in my English class with me, Miss Rika. Today we will study English together.
Malin Kundan realised he'd been cursed as he knelt on the ground.
Well, students, after watching the video, have you ever watched this story? Yeah, the title of this story is Malin Kundan. Malin Kundan is one of the folktale from West Sumatra.
Cinderella began to run and left the prince behind. When she was running down the stairs of the castle, she dropped one of her shoes, but she did not even have time to go back and collect it.
What about the story? It is interesting, isn't it? Yeah, the title of the story is Cinderella. Cinderella is one of the fairy tale. Yeah, from the story of Malin Kundan and also Cinderella, we can conclude that the text is narrative text. Okay, students, let's jump into the PowerPoint. Let's see the PowerPoint. I will prove it to you. Well, students, pay attention to the PowerPoint. Today we will study about narrative text. Well, in narrative text, you will study about definitions, purposes, generic structures, language features, and types of narrative text. So, what's the definition of narrative text? Narrative text is a story with complication or a problematic event, and it tries to find a resolution to solve the problems. An important part of narrative text is the narrative mode, the set of methods used to communicate the narrative through a process narration. The purpose of narrative text. The purpose of narrative text is to amuse or to entertain the reader with a story. Let's jump into the generic structures of narrative text. The generic structures of narrative text. The first one is orientation. It sets the scene where and when the story happened and introduces the participants of the story, who and what is involved in the story. The second one is complication. Complication tells the beginning of the problems which leads to the crisis or climax of the main participants. The third one is resolution. Resolution where the problem or the crisis is resolved, either in a happy ending or in a sad or tragic ending. The last one is reorientation. It contains moral value of the story, and it is optional whether it is available in the story or not. It is not problem. What are language features of narrative text? The first one, it uses simple past tense. It means that the sentences use past verb. The second one is it uses adverbial of time. The third one, it uses adjective. And the last one, it uses noun phrase. Types of narrative text. First is a legend. The example of the legend is the legend of Lake Toba. The second one is folktale. The example of folktale is the story of Malin Kundan. The third one is fable. The example of fable is the mouse and the lion. And then myth. The example of myth is the story of Nyi Roro Kidul. And then the last one is the short story. Well, students, let's go to the example of narrative text. This is the kind of narrative text in the form of fable. Fable is the animal story. The title of the story is The Thirsty Crow. One hot day, a thirsty crow flew all over the fields looking for water. For a long time, he couldn't find any. He felt very weak, almost lost all hope. Suddenly, he saw a water jug below the tree. He flew straight down to see if there was any water inside. Yes, he could see some water inside the jug. So, students, this part is called orientation. We can find the character of the story, that is the crow, and when and where the story happened. Okay, let's move to the next story. The crow tried to push his head into the jug.
Sadly, he found that the neck of the jug was too narrow. Then he tried to push the jug to tilt the water to flow out, but the jug was too heavy. Well, students, this part is called complication. In this part, the crow found a problem to drink water because its beak couldn't reach the water. The crow thought hard for a while. Then looking around it, he saw some pebbles. He suddenly had a good idea. Aha! He started picking up the pebbles one by one, dropping each into the jug. As more and more pebbles filled the jug, the water level kept rising. Soon it was high enough for the crow to drink. His plan had worked. Well, students, this part is called resolution. Finally, the crow found the problem solving so that it could drink the water inside the jug. So the moral value of the story is think and work hard. You may find solution to any problem. It means that the crow never gave up to find the solution of its problem, and finally its work had done.
Okay, well, students, after you learned about narrative text, what do you think? Have you got it? Okay, I'm sure you have understood enough about the material. Okay, I will set you into group assignment. We will go to quizzes.
First, you can go to Google search and type quizzes. When you come to the page of quizzes like this, you can click enter code. And wait for the code that will be given by your teacher. Then you can join again. Okay, student, when I show you the chemical like this, you can type it in your answer bar in the page. I will group you into 5 groups that consists of 6 students each. I will shuffle teams when you join the game. Wait for me to start the game and do the exercise well. When you're good, click the most correct answer that your team will be the winner. Well, students, for your individual assignment, you can go to Google Classroom. You can download it in Play Store or App Store in your phone. Or if it has been available at your phone, just click and enter the class code to join the class. Enter the class code given by your teacher. Okay, now you are in class 9A. Just click the new assignment given by your teacher, making narrative text. Create a narrative text entitled The Lion and the Mouse using Canva platform. The pictures and guidance sentences have been given to help you. Click link below and start your writing. Well, students, I'll tell you how to use Canva to write narrative text. First, you can download Canva in App Store or Play Store, or if it has been available at your phone, you can click Canva icon. You can go to your assignment. And start to write your narrative text, which consists of 4 generic structures: orientation, complication, resolution, and the last one is reorientation or moral value. If you have finished it, you can click share and then download. You can choose the file type, whether this is in the form of PDF or other form. Okay, you can choose PDF here and then you can download it. Okay, you can save the file in your phone and then you can submit again in your Google Classroom. Well, students, this is the last step how to submit your assignment. You can go to Google Classroom and then go to your class. You can add or create here and then you search file. You can search your file in your computer or on your phone. Wait for the loading. Okay, this is the last step. You can turn in here. Yeah, this indicates that your assignment has been submitted. Okay. Okay, student, this is the end of learning narrative text. Thank you very much for watching.